Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this exclusive and private VIP broadcast. My name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I want to welcome you to this broadcast where we're going to be sharing with you today the exclusive 1K per day Facebook formula. Now, guys, I know that when you first hear that, you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, right. And a lot of people think that. And I know that if I was you, I would probably be thinking that exact same thing. But I want to tell you that you've come to the right place tonight, because you're going to not only be hearing from 2 seven-figure income earners that share these strategies, but you're also going to be taken behind the scenes to understand exactly how this process works, why it works, the psychology behind how it works and why it works. And what we're going to do is we're going to share with you tonight, on tonight's broadcast, why most people fail in the home-based business industry and what you need to do to be able to hit it out of the park so that you can literally walk away from your 9-to-5 job in 30 to 90 days, okay? Now, I'm not kidding you when I tell you this, but there's a couple things that are very, very important. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is turn this off, okay? So that you don't get distracted, and you're gonna wanna turn off your Facebook or your internet as far as social media goes. And in the event that you have kids, go into a quiet room and shut the door, because you're going to want to take notes during this broadcast tonight. Now, before we get started here, what I'd like to do, first of all, is I'd like to introduce you to my business partner, Mr. Ari Maccabee. And we kind of have something very, very unique here, guys, because I'm over here in Vancouver, Canada, and Ari is over on the other side of the world in Eastwood in Manila in the Philippines. So we're literally 24/7 international as far as support for our team. So you don't have to be worried. A lot of times you get into a program and you sign up with somebody, and then all of a sudden your sponsor is part of the witness protection program. You can never get a hold of them again, right? You don't have to worry about this here. So what I'd like to do right now is I'd like to introduce you to my business partner, Mr. Ari Maccabee. Guys, this guy has literally made millions and millions of dollars, but it didn't start there. And I want him to share with you a little bit about his rags to riches story, so that you realize it doesn't matter where you're currently at on your own path. It doesn't matter what's going on in your personal life. When you plug in to Millionaire Mentoring, it's definitely possible. Now, Ari, you over there, pal?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm sorry, freezing up a little bit, guys. As you know, I've been bouncing from Airbnb to Airbnb, and yesterday I moved into another one. And unfortunately, the internet, it looks like it's a little bit unstable here, so I apologize. But
so
I didn't
Ari,
catch your...
Tell us a little bit about your story. I know that you've made millions and millions of dollars, but I know it wasn't always like that. Talk to us a little bit about your rags to riches story.
Well, you know, Darren, I didn't tell you that now for over 15, almost 16 years. And I got into this business originally because I wanted to learn, advertising, even though, kind of an accident, how I got into the business. And then it was a couple years that actually passed. And then finally I started to get acclimated to what the actual terms even were, what I had been doing. I finally started learning the logistics of.
Okay, your internet's cutting out there.
And I got to tell you, being now because I do connect. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, your internet's coming out there. Okay, so guys, what I want to do here, first of all, a lot of people start and they say, Darren, I've got no experience at all. Okay, I've never worked on the internet before. I don't know how to market. And this is truly the difference between being over here trying to wing it and being over here actually applying what the seven-figure income earners do and copying or piggybacking off of their strategies. Now, I have a couple people on here with some phenomenal stories right now. And I want for you to understand that you may not even have used a computer before. You may not have even know what it is, what Facebook is, or what any type of social media sites are before. And I want to introduce you, first of all, to Mr. Civy Johnson. And Civy started applying the strategies that we teach in Millionaire Mentoring. And not only did his online business shift, but his offline businesses also shifted. And Civy, maybe talk to us a little bit about your story, where you came from, and what Millionaire Mentoring has actually done for you.
Oh, Darren, for that introduction. It is very firm that since getting in Millionaire Mentoring, my life has shifted. And first, I'll talk about the offline stuff. So we're offline. A lot of our businesses, some go up, some go down. But one of the things that I wasn't applying as well, marketing our offline businesses, connecting, networking, reaching up to higher people, which is the tourism industry. One of the things that I learned from mentors is how to having the self-worth and the value of yourself and the confidence and network with these people. So I'm applying that offline. And as far as online go, I experience whatsoever. Zero. I've been a marketer online. I've been marketing. I've been through social media. The consumer does checking out pictures of cats.
Okay, Civy, unfortunately, Manila's internet.
Millionaire Mentoring.
We're not getting a clear broadcast, unfortunately, Civy. You're cutting in and out. So I'm going to just have to go on here over to Samuel because he's got a clean internet connection. Guys, it doesn't matter how old you are, okay? We literally have kids that have been as young as 17 years old, 17, hear what I'm saying, 17 years old, that made $35,000 month one in Millionaire Mentoring, okay? First month, okay? We even had a guy that just got out of prison that made $28,500 his first month. But the gentleman that you're going to be hearing from right now, actually, when he started, I think he was only 21 years old. He was working at the bread factory, you know, $10 an hour. And I want him to share with you a little bit about his story on how he literally went from rags to riches by following the seven-figure secret. So Samuel, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction, Darren. So it's funny that you mentioned the 17-year-old. He's actually he's the one testimonial that really pushed me, because guys, back in the day, I used to work at the bread factory. And for anyone that's ever worked really hard labor jobs, constructions, factories, you know that you have to wake up super early. You're going to work for 10 to 12 hours a day. And when you get back home, you literally only have time to go ahead, make dinner, maybe spend some time with the family, then go back to sleep to restart that. Well, I was living that life every day, and honestly, I was sick of it. And I think most of us are, right? I was completely sick of it. I hated that my feet hurt. I had to literally put a bucket with hot water and dunk my feet in it every single night just so my feet can operate for the next day. And, you know, I hated that. It was not a lifestyle. So what I started doing is, as every person my age does, even the older folks, I went to Google and I searched up, how do I make more money on the internet? Because in my brain, I was like, I'm only making, you know, $10 an hour. That's like, you know, maybe $100 a day. If I can figure out a way to make $100 a day on the internet, then I can leave the job and at least I can have a life. So that's actually when I found Darren Little on Facebook. You know, it's funny, Darren, when I searched up that term, one of your videos popped up and I saw it and I instantly fell in love, because I'm like, this dude is transparent, and this whole Millionaire Mentoring thing made a lot of sense to me. Right? You have a product, it's big ticket, you make money with it. It was easy to me. I understood it. So I reached out to Darren on Facebook We talked a little bit. He asked me about my vision. I had these big, I think I was writing him paragraphs. Every single message was paragraphs. And obviously, like, he already knew I was like, you know, an everyday employee that was just sick, right? I was sick of being sick. I needed something new. So when he told me about millionaire mentoring, you know, it took me about a month to save money for it, but I finally did it. I pulled the trigger. And it's funny because when I pulled that trigger, I quit my job. I said, goodbye factory. I'm going all in. I cannot have a safety net. I have to burn those ships so I can actually focus. And the good thing that happened is that I went through training for 3 days, 4 days, for 4 days. And on the fifth day, I made $1,400. And I still remember that day because I remember Darren congratulated me that fifth day. He's like, holy moly, dude, you just joined, right? On the fifth day, I made $1,400. On the sixth day, I carried my momentum from the fifth day and I made another $1,000. From day number 7 to day number 10, it was all $1,000 days. It got to the point where I started having $2,000, $3,000 days. And the biggest change that happened to me is the fact that when my mother looked at me, she was like, wow, like, did you change? You look different. You look like you have more energy. You look brighter. And I was brighter because, you know, making more money does that to you. It makes you brighter. It makes you excited. It makes you want to actually wake up and go do something. I was looking forward to my day. So after, you know, I ended my first month at $21,000. I raised the next 2 weeks after that, I raised $13,000 for another venture. I've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of affiliate sales for multiple products, multiple softwares. And even now, I'm currently building a big organization with my current company using the strategies that I learned in Millionaire Mentoring. My life changed forever. I truly went from hating my factory job to being able to quit. And now I'm truly, true to the word, I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I opened up my own company thanks to Darren's help, right? I'm able to file my taxes too. And now everything's legit, right? Now everything's good. So that's basically what happened, Darren. Like, you know, you made this little 22-year-old. I was 21 back in the time, right? I'm in a really good position now at age 22 that, you know, 10 years from now, I'm going to look back on my mentors and I'm going to look back on this program and I'm going to have, you know, I'm going to give all my thanks to it because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for Millionaire Mentoring. So that's what
fantastic. Super, super proud of you. Guys, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes and explain to you why people fail in the first place and what most people do versus what the 7-figure income earners do, because they're two totally different business models. You have a debt model that most people do, and then you have a funding mechanism that the 7-figure income earners do. And what we show people how to do is actually how to raise the money so that their marketing and advertising campaign is not coming off their credit card. Their high-ticket product purchases is coming from the business instead of their savings account or their credit card. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen right now. I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes, and here we go. So first of all, I'm going to share with you tonight how thousands of people have turned Facebook into their personal ATM machines. Now, you're probably familiar with Facebook because a lot of people love spending on time on Facebook. But I'm going to share with you that there are strategies that you can implement that literally turn Facebook into a personal ATM machine where you can make money on demand. You can log onto Facebook, apply the formula, and make money on demand. And this is our 1K per day Facebook formula. Now, keep in mind, guys, we have people that have made $2,000 in a day, $3,000 in a day, $5,000 in a day. So there's no limit as to how much money that you can make. It's all going to depend on one thing, your mindset. Whatever you believe to be true will become true for you. Now, if you stick around to the end of this broadcast, I'm going to give you a copy of my training manual. It's valued at $197. Plus, I'm going to give you a special surprise bonus that I've never offered before. Now, I can tell you this, that training manual right there will literally save you 3 to 5 years of banging your head against the wall and it will open up the gateway so you can really, truly understand our industry. So make sure you stay to the end. Now, our mission here is to be able to help another 100 families add an extra $100,000 to their annual incomes working on a part-time basis. Most of our students start on a part-time basis, and once they have enough to replace their income or they've doubled their income, then they can decide whether or not they want to walk away from their job and be a full-time entrepreneur, or if they just want some extra cash flow. We literally have thousands and thousands of people all over the world that we have personally trained over the course of our career. Now, the question is, will one of the families be yours? Okay, that's really what it comes down to. So pay very close attention to what we're going to go through tonight. Now, here's some of the frustrations and the challenges of this particular industry. And if you've been in this industry, you probably will be able to relate to this. Most people don't want to harass their friends and family, but that's all they're taught. They're taught to make a list of their top 200 contacts and go pitch them their business. We do not do that, okay? We show you how to build your business without having to go to any of those people. In fact, my own parents really don't know what exactly it is that I do. They just know that I have a freedom lifestyle and I make money on the internet. People also hate getting rejected. Rejection is probably the #1 thing that prevents people from taking any type of action. And if you've done that type of a business model in the past, when your leader tells you to go make a list of your top 200, you probably feel a little bit nauseous thinking about the rejection that you're going to get from your peers. The other thing is that people don't know how to generate leads. I'm talking about red hot targeted leads so that they have a steady stream of qualified buyers looking at their business opportunity daily. This is critical in any business, guys. You have to have a steady stream of qualified buyers that are coming to look at your business opportunity daily. Now, even if I gave most people 20,000 leads, they wouldn't know what to do with them, because they don't understand the psychology of our industry and how to close or upsell to higher ticket products. They also don't know how to get any team duplication. It's one of the biggest frustrations for people that really have a big dream and they're taking action, but the people that they bring into their business, they just can't get any team duplication. They also don't know how to market so that they become the attractor factor, so that they have incoming inquiries from prospects asking them about their business, okay? And that's called the attractor factor when your phone or your email or your Facebook is lighting up with incoming inquiries into your business. They also have no marketing budgets to properly run their business. And we're going to explain to you the difference between the debt model and the 7-figure model tonight. They also don't have enough capital to purchase what are called high-ticket products. Now, in our particular industry, high-ticket zone typically runs from between about $5,000 up to $100,000, right? And people typically will take a mortgage out, they use up their whole savings account or their credit cards, and they max out all their credit to try to start their business. We don't do that, okay? We don't teach you to go into massive amount of debt to be able to have these type of stellar results. Now, here's what's possible with the 7-figure formula. This is the formula that we're going to be teaching you tonight, and I'm going to show you some of the results that I've been able to generate and some of the students have been able to generate that have learned these strategies. What would it be like for you if in a 4-day period of time, you could make $36,951.41. Those are actual screenshots right from my PayPal back office when I rolled out a campaign in 2017. That's over just a 4-day period of time, guys. So, you know, realize that no matter where you are right now, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and you can do this, okay? You can do this if you're coachable and you just show up, okay? You just show up. What about in a 14-hour period of time, being able to make $17,547.77? Guys, I just want you to know that it is possible. Your dreams can come true once you learn these strategies. Now, here's what most people do. I call this the debt model. So what they do is they go out to buy their primary business products. And if they're high ticket, you know, between the 5,000 and the 100,000, they invest their own money to buy those products and training. Now, what happens is they don't have any money left. So they have to learn what are called free strategies, right? Whether it's blogging or YouTube videos or Facebook Lives, Twitter, right? Some different social media sites, Pinterest, Instagram. Well, if you don't have a millionaire mentor, that can be quite a long learning curve, between about 2 and 4 years. And they don't tell you that when you first join. Now, most products and companies have a monthly auto ship. Then the company wants you to go to 4 international events per year, 1 per quarter. And each one of those events can cost you another $2,500 or $3,500 per quarter. So start adding that up. You've got your initial investment, then you got your monthly auto ship, then you got your 4 events per year, and it typically takes people between 2 and 4 years to actually learn how to do the marketing if they don't have any mentorship. So what ends up happening? They never actually get to this point where they make money to reinvest into their business. And there's a lot of people, we see this all the time in our industry, where most people never even get there. And quite frankly, for us as millionaire mentors, that's very painful for us to watch. Now, here's the difference. What we do is we have something on the front end. It hits mass market, it hits every entrepreneur, and it allows you to create a funding mechanism generating $1,000 commissions the same day that you make the sale. So this front end ATM is now going to pay for your high ticket products and your ad campaign, right? So you're actually doing the Donald Trump model or the Robert Kiyosaki model, which is no risk of your own personal capital. The business is growing from the business, not from your credit card, not from your savings account, not from taking out a second mortgage against your home. So what ends up happening, and we've used these strategies for multiple companies, guys, multiple rollouts that we've done. So what ends up happening is that you have multiple revenue streams. Typically, after about the first year, our average student has between 5 and 10 different streams of income. And from the strategies that they learn, they rise to the top of the leaderboards in record time, okay? So I'm talking about somebody that may have been a student 6 months ago that you will see at the top of the leaderboard. I'm talking about brand new newbies who've never marketed a day in their life that use this formula. This is the 7-figure model, okay? So you've got to have the front-end funding mechanism in place. It's crucial. But there's 2 things that you have to have, okay? Very important to be successful in any entrepreneurial business. If you do not have these 2 things, your business will go under, okay? So pay close attention. The first thing that you need is you need a steady stream of qualified buyers, okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you've got a restaurant, if you've got a nightclub, if you're an insurance broker, if you're in the automotive industry, real estate, it does not matter. If you do not have leads, qualified buyers looking at your particular opportunity, you're in trouble. And if you don't have cash flow to keep the lights on, to keep your lease payments and your staffing costs and your inventory, you will go under. Your company will go bankrupt. Now, there's 2 areas that will make you successful in any entrepreneurial business, okay? This is critical. Personal development, the mindset that you have, and being able to step into leadership, and marketing strategies on how to generate leads and generate cash flow, right? And a lot of people don't understand marketing. So what's the fast track? What's the way to literally do a quantum leap in your business? I believe it's with Millionaire Mentoring, because you're following literally like you're walking across a minefield and you're following behind a minesweeper. So the minesweeper goes, no, don't step there. Don't step there. Step over here, right? So it's like the fast track where you just apply the same strategies that the 7-figure income earners use. Now, what's the secret? What is the secret? What do we personally do? What we do is we look for pre-made products that target the masses in any company. Doesn't matter if it's a weight loss company, nutraceutical company, credit repair, right? It could be, affiliate products, digital products, where you purchase the reseller rights to those products, and now you become the vendor and you make 100% of the product sale the same day, right? And this is the secret. So what this allows you to do is to fund your entire marketing campaign, build your list of buyers for free, and raise the money for your high-ticket product purchases. And you market these products on the front end before your primary business. So here's a typical example. If I'm with a weight loss company and I go onto the internet and I'm like, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, weight loss, I've literally eliminated over 95% of all the qualified buyers because they already think that they have the ticket to the promised land. But guess what? They all need leads and they all need marketing strategies. So if I went online and I said, who here wants to learn a super cool strategy to be able to generate 25 to 50 red hot targeted leads per day? Who's showing up now? Right? Is Amway showing up? Yes. Is Prepaid Legal showing up? Yes. What about Melaleuca? Are they showing up? Yes. What about LifeVantage? Are they showing up? Yes. What about the credit repair companies? Are they showing up? Yes. That's the thing. So you're lassoing the largest amount of qualified buyers before you present your primary business. That's the secret. Now, we use something called the Genesis Educational Library. It pays $1,000 commissions the same day that you make the sale. So if you take a look at Samuel as an example, he went through training for 4 days, and by his 5th day, his very first week, he already had a $1,400 day, and then he averaged 1,000, sometimes 2,000, all the way through to the end of the month, his very first month. This right here is the secret. So you got to provide the solution to the market. These two areas, marketing strategies. So most people want to be able to learn how to market online in an hour a day. Email list secrets. The money truly is in the list. The most common number that most people say that they want to make is $10,000 a month, okay? So we've got the 10K blueprint, modern email marketing strategies, how to write $1 million copy. Copy, guys, just so you know, are the words that are in emails, the words that are on your Facebook posts. Copy is what influences people to get them to make a buying decision. Right now, you're on a webinar, okay? This is what's called a webinar. And we teach people how to use webinars so that they can globally expand their business literally without even leaving their kitchen table. And in the beginning, we show you how to do that, leveraging Facebook, so you don't have to go into debt spending money on a marketing and advertising campaign. Also, how to make 100K plus in network marketing, and the webinar jackpot, how to really make webinars work for you so that you can literally do one webinar and make thousands and thousands of dollars from one single webinar. Now, guys, there's way so much more in the library, but I wanted to just highlight a couple of these areas of personal development, the true cause of all achievement. What if you really understood how your mind works, why people self-sabotage, things about the human condition and the programming that allows us to feel not worthy and not deserving, instead of feeling that abundance is our birthright. The power of execution, the power of your core desires, the power of focus, overcoming excuses, the warrior mindset, that's the no fear zone, the conquering force within you, smart wealth building, and social media income. Now, there is so much more in that library. That's just a little teaser. And then this is really powerful because we allow you to tap into the minds of both 7- and 8-figure income earners. Now, I was very fortunate to be featured in this particular library. You can see me there at the top left-hand corner. But a lot of these people you probably know, like Ray Higdon, he's an 8-figure income earner. You might recognize the name Todd Falcone or Greg Gomez, Tracy Walker, Jeff Mills. These are all top marketers. Evan Clausen is a best-selling author. What if you could get inside the mind and understand how these people tick? What is the mindset that they have to be able to become 7- and 8-figure income earners? That's all included in the library, and this can be applied to any entrepreneurial business. We have realtors, mortgage brokers, insurance agents, people in the automotive industry, MLM, direct sales, affiliate marketing. All of those people, all of those industries need the Genesis library. Now, this is what's possible, guys. This is when we very first rolled out this campaign, because we wanted to show people that without any paid ads, without going into massive amounts of debt, that this is possible using the strategies that we teach. That was the very first 5 days that I rolled out a campaign that generated $24,288.37. This is what we're talking about being able to turn Facebook into your personal ATM machine. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I didn't work really hard that month. In fact, Ari and myself, we went to the extreme because we wanted to show people what's possible. In the very first 35 days of implementing these strategies, between the two of us, we generated $240,000, guys. It's all documented, but that's what's possible. So when you look at the 17-year-old kid that made $35,000 his first month, or the guy that got out of prison that made $28,500, they were applying the exact formula that we use. That's called piggyback marketing. So they were piggybacking off of our strategies, our copy, our posts that we did, and learning what the 7-figure income earners do. Now, my question to you is this. Would you be okay with this type of lifestyle right here? This is a picture of obviously a beach. I just got back from Maui, Hawaii. I was there on a little family getaway for 33 days, guys, okay? 33 days. And last year, when I went to Maui, applying these formula, applying these strategies, I still had over a $40,000 month while I was away on vacation. Now, think about what that would do for you and your family, because we are here to support you, to teach you exactly what we personally do. And a lot of times what I do is I gather groups of people together and they watch over my shoulder on a screen share, on a broadcast similar to this one right now. So you're watching me share my screen here, but I could be sharing my Facebook page, or I could be sharing my Aweber account to show you the emails that I send out. So it's very hands-on. And there's a great support system and a support network here to support you all the way through to your breakthrough. Now, real people with real results. I always say that, documentation beats conversation. You hear that a lot. Well, I want you to hear that these people here, Jennifer and Jose, they have 6 children, and they called me, and they were literally on the verge of being homeless. They had an eviction notice. They went 2 days without water, and they made $100,000 online in 12 months in Millionaire Mentoring, and now they own their own advertising agency, and they're working on closing 7-figure contracts. Guys, this is literally within the last 24 months of this Rags to Riches story. So realize that it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter what success you've had. When you're working in a mentorship program, this is what's possible. Now, people say to me, Darren, well, these strategies work in real estate or in the automotive industry. Emily Ching made an extra $170,000 in real estate commissions in 18 months with Millionaire Mentoring. And now she teaches other realtors about how to master social media. She's been written up in a magazine about relationship selling, but she has multiple income streams, guys. Multiple streams of income from what she learned in our Millionaire Mentoring training. This is another great story. Danny Joshi, when he met us, he's about 23 years old. He was $50,000 in debt on his credit cards. He was living at his parents' house. And he went from that to making over 140 grand in 12 months with Millionaire Mentoring. And the next year, he made over $200,000 his second year online. Okay, this is what's possible, guys. This is what's possible. Here's another great story. Billy Inalis, he was washing cars. He'd used up all his credit cards following people telling him to buy traffic and buy these high-ticket products. He finally had to start washing cars to be able to make some money to feed his family. And he went from that to making an extra $140,000 in 12 months. And he's now launched his own product called the 7-Figure Minds. Okay, this is what's possible, guys, in a very short period of time. There's a lot of people out there that don't even make $140,000 working at their full-time job. When you're over 100 grand, you start getting into higher level management and even into CEO income for larger companies, right? These are people that 12 months ago had nothing. They had nothing, guys. They were literally on the verge of being bankrupt. Now, this is a great story. People ask me, you know, Darren, what if I have kids that are, you know, just out of high school? This is a great story about my own son, Drayson Little, and he started listening to my webinars when he was around 16 years old during the summer, and at 19 years old, going to university. Okay, so keep in mind, he's going onto a med program, right, and to be a doctor. So he has to have high grades, okay? Now, during that time, working on a part-time basis while going to university, he made $4,000 in a 10-day period of time applying these strategies. Now, what I want to reach out here to a couple of people, and I want to just be able to go live here for a second to pull out Charlene Savage. Guys, this is another amazing story. Charlene was living on her credit cards, okay? She's a single mother, okay? She had used all her income up to the point where she would go to the grocery store and the groceries would come up declined. Now, imagine what that would be like for you as a single mom. You know that you have a kid at home that needs food. You know that you have the responsibility to take care of them. And she was at the end of her rope, at the end of her rope. Charlene, tell a little bit about your story.
Great. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate you having me here on this broadcast today. And, you know, I just want to carry on with that, you know, that story you've just shared. Those, you know, the struggle is real. And, you know, just imagine being able to go to the grocery store and not really knowing if you could actually afford to pay for your week's groceries to be able to provide, you know, food for just the basics of life for yourself, your son, and also my elderly mother who lives with me. And so it was really tough times. And there were a couple of times that actually declined. And it was so embarrassing. I thought to myself, I do not ever want to go through this again. Things really have to change. You know, I literally left the supermarket in tears. And that's when I realized that I guess I was living a bird box marketing type of lifestyle. I had a blindfold on my head. I had no idea what I was doing, didn't have any idea where I was going. I didn't know where to step. I didn't know what voices or what, you know, who to listen to. And that was when I cried out to God. You know, I'm a Christian, and my faith is huge, but the actual application of being able to put that into place, you know, faith without action is dead. and it means nothing. So I had to find something that I could couple my faith with to really bring into that and to really move into the future. And so that was when, God basically gave me a sign, said, follow the lion and the eagle. I was watching a webinar broadcast exactly like this, Darren, and you shared your screen just like what you're doing today. You're showing the strategies, and up came this lion, up came this eagle, and I just knew that God was showing me to follow this millionaire mentor. Did I know what I was doing? No. Did I have the experience online? Absolutely not. And so it really was a step of faith. Did I have the money to get started? No, but I remembered those moments of actually being in despair in the grocery store, not knowing how I was going to pay my rent, not knowing how I was going to pay the bills. That was enough for me to go and find a way instead of finding an excuse. And so I found a way. I immediately got started, and within 8 days of applying the simple strategies that anybody can use, I generated $4,000 within my first month of applying these incredible strategies of personal development and leadership. I generated $18,000, and I also, really enabled me to step into my power at a greater level. I published my very first book. I'm now a published author. I also am a public speaker. I run events, but I'm also very comfortably and with ease closing six-figure deals. And my most recent six-figure deals in the excess of 250K. So these are the types of things that, have been opened up to me because of these simple strategies. So I have multiple streams of income, and without these strategies, I would never be the leader I am today. And so I was bird box marketing, but now, a leader, just like John Maxwell says, a leader is one who knows the way, who goes the way, and who shows the way. And I can comfortably and with confidence and with boldness say that I am a leader, and I'm really excited to take people into the promised land this year and really to step into my power and partner with some amazing companies. And it was all thanks to these marketing strategies that you have taught. So thank you so much, Darren.
Fantastic, Charlene. Great testimonial. Guys, imagine this, okay? Because the most common things that we personally hear is, Darren, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have contacts, right? Well, Facebook has hundreds of millions of people that will show you how to be able to, find the right type of prospects for your business. But you're probably saying to yourself right now, well, I don't know, I don't have enough money to be able to do something like this. Imagine this. Imagine you're working a full-time job. Okay, full-time, and all you're making is $160 per month. Working full-time, guys, okay, full-time. The gentleman that you're about to meet, his name is Alfredo, and he literally reached his breaking point, and he said, I will no longer stand for this life any longer. And he did whatever it took. And I just got an email from him about 2 weeks ago. He said, Darren, I had a $30,000 month last month and a $25,000 month this month. This is the same guy 18 months ago that was making $160 a month. Alfredo, tell us your story.
How you doing, Darren? Hey, you guys. First of all, I just want to thank you for having me on here, Darren. And it's I love it, man. Thank you. It started for me. It all started in Mexicali, Mexico. So I'm living in Mexico. I finally find a job. I was jobless, and the job that I do find is one of the best paying jobs I could find at the time. And like you said, I was making like $200 a month. In Mexico, that's really good pay. Like you're making $50 a week. Anyways, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out there's nothing you can afford on that type of money. Like I was living with my aunt. I was sleeping with my cousin in this little like single bed. I mean, I'm a grown man in his 20s, and I just didn't have the money. I was in pain. There's nothing you can do but keep trying. I decided I hit that breaking point. I had to come up with a better way. And I started noticing these things, Darren Little, millionaire mentoring, earn $1,000 commissions. And that's all I could see. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. That was the light at the end of the tunnel. And I knew I couldn't afford to pass that up. So I started asking people for money. No way did I know if I could pay it back or not. I was willing to take that chance. I didn't have the money to pay it back, but I had to take that chance. I started asking for money, getting $200 here, $200 for my mom. I finally invested in your program, Darren Little, and it took me under a week to make my first $1,000. And you got to remember, for that would have took me half a year to make working my normal job. And for you guys watching right now, it took me under a day to make my second commission after that. So imagine that. You go from nothing to $1,000, 24 hours later, another $1,000. I was sold. This is what I'm going to do. I drew the line on the sand. I said, I'm not going back. It's just not going to happen. I moved forward. I showed up. I was coachable. And my life changed. I mean, just this check alone, like you were saying, from last month, it was for $22,000 right there with a bonus of another $6,000. And right now, me and my girlfriend, we just want to go pick up another $5,000 they had for me in cash at the office. It's my whole life changed. And I remember you telling me when I started almost 2 years ago, you said, oh, they're not $15,000, $20,000 a month. It's very hard to spend that, you guys. It's very hard to spend that. So I decided to take on the challenge. And now I'm going on a world trip next year with my girlfriend. So it all worked out for me, Darren. And if it wasn't for you, none of it would have been possible, man. So I just want to thank you, Darren.
Fantastic. That is great. That is phenomenal. Guys, is this exciting? Honestly, if you're watching this broadcast right now and you are not motivated to realize that you have literally landed on this page right now and we're handing you the keys to your new house. We're handing you the keys to your Lamborghini. Okay? And I'm not joking you. I'm not saying this from hype. I'm saying this because we have personally trained thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who have gone from completely nothing to a freedom lifestyle. Okay. Some of them have done it in 30 to 90 days, but certainly it can be done within 1 year, right? Definitely. So let's go back and take a look here again and let's carry on. Okay. So here's the thing, guys. What if I taught you how to build a business without ever having to harass your friends and family, okay? We are not going to tell you to make a top 200 list. We're going to teach you how world-class marketers work and how you can tap in to the power of your mind and how you can manifest anything that you want at record speed. What if I was to teach you how to generate unlimited leads, okay? Unlimited leads for free for any business. I don't care if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, insurance, automotive industry, retail, MLM, affiliate marketing, direct sales, doesn't matter. An unlimited stream of leads for free. How to close and upsell those leads to higher ticket products. That's where the big money is, guys, but most people don't know how to do it. What if I was to teach you how to get explosive team duplication where you have your business, if you're in MLM, going 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 levels in depth where you truly have a freedom residual income? What if I taught you how to actually raise the money for your marketing campaign and raise the money for your high ticket products? Guys, I have personally raised tens of millions of dollars in venture capital myself, okay? Public companies, private companies, my own companies, ideas, inventions, rollout campaigns, tens of millions of dollars that I have personally raised. That's what you're going to learn how to do. This is why you see Charlene now closing $250,000 deals. What if I could teach you how to actually make commissions while you're sleeping? While you are sleeping, where you're waking up to $1,000 days. Waking up. Hear what I'm saying, guys. Waking up to $1,000 days. What if I was to teach you how to become the attractor factor? So people were literally lining up with credit card in hand, wanting to join your business. With credit card in hand, okay? What if I was to teach you how to create the right type of engaging content that creates a huge amount of interaction and has prospects coming to you, okay? Coming to you. Now, this is one of the things that I really pride myself in. I actually show people how to do this live, where you're actually watching me personally do it. But what if I was to teach you how to recruit reps into any business, whatever business that you're in right now? I can show you the exact line by line, exact sentences that I use to recruit a new rep into any company in 6 to 45 minutes. And I'm not joking, guys, okay? People watch me do this live, okay? They watch me do it live. What if I gave you access to a private Facebook group filled with thousands upon thousands of dollars of more marketing secrets and shared the exact campaigns that we have personally used, me and Ari, to make millions and millions of dollars? Like I said, when we rolled out our first campaign for Black Ops Underground Marketing, in 35 days, we made $240,000 in the bank. Okay, it's all documented, guys. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to tell you. 95% of your success or failure in business is going to be all in your mind. Okay, all in your mind. Whatever you believe to be true will be true for you. And this has to do with quantum physics. This has to do with the equation for manifestation. And I studied for 3 years with Dr. Lee Poulos and 2 years with Dr. Dov Baron. These strategies are real, guys. The question is, what do you believe for yourself, for your family, and for your future? Now, this is what my millionaire mentor said to me. He said, Darren, you want to become a 7-figure income earner? I said, oh, Harvey, I want to become a 7-figure income earner. He said, on a scale from 1 to 10, Darren, how serious are you? I said, I'm 100. He said, okay, surrender your pride, surrender your ego, and just be coachable. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Just follow exactly what I tell you to do, okay? Now, thankfully, guys, I was coachable, because this is one PayPal account where you can see it generated over $500,000 from learning, implementing, and sharing the strategies that we teach, okay? Myself and Ari's made, probably about 10 times more. It's probably made about 10 or 15 million, right, using some of these strategies. But what I'll share with you is that it's not just us, guys. If it was just us and people say, oh, well, that's just you could do that. But we have people from all walks of life, including people that were completely homeless, that had a $20,000 month in month 6, okay? So realize that it's possible. Now, here's what you'll get. The first thing that you're going to get is the 7-Figure Secrets Facebook group. That is our Black Ops Underground Marketing group. We've had that group going for the last 2.5 years. There's countless success stories in that group, and the strategies are tried, tested, and proven. That is a $15,000 bonus. You're also going to get access to the Top Recruiters training. This is where you're going to actually watch me do live recruiting, where you can see line by line exactly what I say to prospects to understand the psychology of how it works and why it works, so that you can become a top recruiter too. That's a $997 bonus. You're also going to get access to our personal top secret traffic source. So you're not wasting away your money, because you're using the same traffic that we use when we roll out a campaign. That's another $997 bonus there. You're also going to get access to fast track contacts. Now, I can't tell you how much money that people waste on getting the wrong graphic designers, the wrong copywriters, the wrong videographers, the wrong people to put together the marketing materials. We give you access to our personal contacts, guys. That is called the fast track. That means you get to use the same people that we personally use. That's another $2,000 bonus there. And then you're going to get access to the Exodus Elite Genesis product library. Now, this right here is the funding mechanism that funds your whole business, that helps you not only in your personal business, but it hits mass market, it hits mass appeal, and it allows you to let the business pay for your business instead of your credit card and your savings account and getting a mortgage against your property. This is a total value of $20,343. Now, I can tell you this, guys. There are people that charge double and triple that number right there, and people gladly pay that number to learn the 7-figure formula, okay? In fact, friends of mine, personal friends of mine, okay, will charge $25,000 for you to come and spend a weekend with them to learn some of these 7-figure secrets. 1 weekend, okay, 25 grand, true story. Now, if you get started now, you're going to be able to start popping $1,000 commissions daily. Now, keep in mind, this is a $20,343 value. Now, myself and Ari, we are on a mission here, okay? We are on a mission of giving back. We are on a mission of making a difference. We are on a mission of creating stories and transforming lives and taking people from rags to riches. Once you've made a certain amount of money, guys, it's not about you anymore. It's about the impact that you can make on the world and the legacy that you can leave behind for the people, okay? So you're not gonna have to pay that $20,000, okay? That's the good news. Now, we could actually charge $10,000 for that, but we're not going to do that either. We could charge $5,000, but we're not going to do that. Why? Because we want to take 100 families to the promised land. We want to transform your mindset. We want to help you to step into your power, step into your leadership so that you never have to worry about money ever again for the rest of your life. So tonight, if you take action, you're going to be able to be one of these 100 families for only $1,349. Now, guys, right now, there's only 50 spots left. And I can tell you when we roll out these campaigns, these spots go super fast. Okay, so right underneath this video, there's probably a Get Started Now button. Once those spots are gone, this particular group is going to be shut. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, if you take action now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you access to a 3-hour Super Saturday. Okay, now what happens on a Super Saturday? This is where you actually get to see me live on a broadcast like this, sharing these strategies of content, of branding, on lead generation, on live recruiting. This is an additional $3,000 bonus, guys, okay? A $3,000 bonus. Now, the cutoff time is going to be the night before that, okay? So this is truly your chance to be able to create freedom for you and your family. Now, keep in mind, we only have 50 spots left, okay? And I can tell you that these spots go super fast, okay? So the deadline for activation is Friday, February 1st at midnight Pacific time, okay? So in the event that you're a person that showed up tonight, there's a high probability that you're either in a state of transition right now in your life, or you've reached a breaking point in your life, or a combination of both of those things. So what I would encourage you to do is to throw your hat over the wall. Our mission here is to help another 100 families add an extra $100,000 to their annual incomes, working on a part-time basis. The question is, will one of the families be yours? That's the question. Now, I promised I was going to give you a gift tonight. This is my training manual. It's valued at $197. If you go to darrenlittle.com, there's a pop-up that comes there. You can opt into that. The email will send you out a copy of the training manual. And I am fired up, guys. So here's the thing. If you showed up tonight, you're probably here for a reason. You've had an opportunity to hear from a number of our students that have gone through Millionaire Mentoring, that have completely transformed their lives. They've completely gone from rags to riches. So throw your hat over the wall, click that link right below that video. Hopefully my business partner here has got a little bit of internet so we can hear a couple of closing remarks from Ari Maccabee. Super inspirational. Guys, this guy is an 8-figure income earner. So hopefully his internet's working right now. Ari, give us a few words. Ari? Okay, Ari.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, we gotta mute you out there. Unfortunately, his line's not working today. Guys, if you showed up tonight and you really want to transform your life, throw your hat over the wall, click that link below, make sure that you are one of the families at the Super Saturday that's coming up at the very beginning of February. Thanks a lot to my panel here, Civy Johnson, J. Alfredo, Samuel Mojica Jr., Charlene Savage. Guys, my name is Darren Little from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm excited for you. Throw your hat over the wall, and we'll see you on the other side. Have a great day. All the best.